You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for August 4th through the 8th. Claire walks out and Phyllis is thrilled. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, hit that subscribe button. Let's dive right in. Monday, August 4th is season 52, episode 210 of Y&R. Phyllis brings Cane a sweet, warming gift. It's a basket, and he says no, he's not going to be living at the GCAC. He's going to be on his train car once it arrives. Apparently, he has a train car on every continent. He's like an old mogul from the 1920s or something. Billy shows up to talk business, and he has something for Cane as well. It's a little toy train that Cane likes quite a bit. Billy and Phyllis bicker over which of them Cane can trust, but he doesn't want people on his team that cannot get along, and they insist they can, but then Phyllis and Billy persist in bickering until Cane reveals he is targeting Chancellor Newman and Jabo. And then Cane asks Billy if he can live with that, and Billy's not sure why Cane wants revenge on the Abbotts. Cane explains to Billy it's not revenge for him wanting Jabo. That's not why, but he's not going to reveal his motive. Cane says Abbott can be folded into the big business. Phyllis, of course, is on board. Billy wants time to think because the whole thing feels unreasonably ambitious. So Billy wonders if Cane has a secret weapon, but he's not going to tell Billy until he says yes. Chelsea offers Lily condolences on Damian's death, and Lily is completely stunned when Chelsea says Cane was in Genoa City while they were all supposedly trapped in France. Lily will never forgive Cane, and they wonder what he is really up to. Chelsea thinks it's something big, something bad. Lily dreads telling their kids just how bad their dad is, and she blames Colin's influence. Chelsea and Lily share some gripes about Victor's awfulness as well. Lily is worrying about facing unknown threats, and later calls her kids and leaves a message telling them to call Cane because their dad has some things he needs to tell them. Cole's funeral is set for that day, and Nikki, Victoria, and Claire are all in black at Victoria's place. Kyle brings in some flowers that were dropped off from Nate, who's in Chicago, laying his brother Damian to rest. Nikki worries that Kyle going over to the funeral with the family will trigger Victor, but Claire's attitude is too bad, and Victoria sides with her daughter. Nikki also says that Claire seeing Kyle before the family when everybody got back really bothered Victor. And speaking of, with Nick there, Victor gripes at Adam for not publishing those Billy hit pieces. And Adam reminds his dad he was busy looking into the Dumas stuff and then hiking up a frickin' mountain to bring Victor info. Nick sides with Adam on this, but Victor says, next time, do what you are told. Nick says, forget Billy. We got to focus on Cane, but Victor says Billy's teaming up with Cane, and so he wants Billy crushed. Chelsea hears Victor making demands, and, Adam is still not necessarily wanting to do this. Nick overhears Chelsea and advises Adam that he's got to pick a side. When the ladies all show up with Kyle, Victor, of course, ignores him, and he focuses on Victoria, and Claire is annoyed, but Kyle says, just, let it go. Cole's funeral happens off screen, which, okay, that's fine. Back at the house, Victor toasts Cole and says he was family, and then he says others want to be family but are not and never will be. It's clearly about Kyle. That's it. Claire snaps. Claire asks, how dare Victor use her dad Cole's memory to insult Kyle? Some other family members try to calm it down before it gets worse. Victor insists he does what's best for family. Claire has had enough. She tells Victor she's done with him, and she storms out with Kyle on her heels. Tuesday, August 5th on The Young and the Restless, season 52, episode 211, has things getting tense when Jill talks to Billy. Now, realistically, Jill should be actually in town for Chance's funeral, which should not be off screen. So we'll see. Jill may not be happy that Billy's working with Cane since everybody's blaming him for Chance's death. We'll see. I do hope Jess Walton is actually back physically and it's not another video call, which would not be a great way to honor Chance. Nikki disagrees with Victor and they are bickering about family. You know it's about Claire, and Phyllis makes sure to protect her interest, and this likely involves Cane and trying to stay one up on Billy and being the top person in Cane's eyes. Wednesday, August 6th is season 52, episode 212 of Y&R. Kyle confesses to Claire, and I suspect he's going to tell her that Audra tried to seduce him on Victor's orders. I wonder if Kyle is going to admit that he kissed her just to fully reveal the scheme, and Claire's not going to be happy to hear what Audra was doing. She's not going to be happy to hear that her grandfather was involved. Meanwhile, Victor cuts Audra loose. She failed to break up Kyle and Claire, and now his granddaughter has walked out. She is with Kyle. She is turning her back on family as far as Victor's concerned, but really Claire's only turning her back on Victor's attitude. But as far as he can see, Audra has failed him. Victor's not going to fund Vibrante. Nikki needs something from Jack, and I'm guessing this also involves Claire and Kyle, and maybe Nikki wants Jack to get them to slow things down, not move in together. I'm guessing Jack is going to have some things to say about Victor's nasty deal with Audra, and that's probably going to put Nikki in that spot where she has to defend and enable her husband some more. Thursday, August 7th, season 52, episode 213 of Young and the Restless. Claire reads Audra for filth. I'm guessing that Claire is going to set Audra straight and let her know Victor was basically using her as a prostitute and how Audra awful is, and I'm guessing somebody's going to tell Nate what Audra did too, and it might be Claire, might be Kyle, might be both. Victor tries to enlist Lily in his plot against Cane, and he tells her that her ex-husband is already in Genoa City. Lily says she and Devon were talking about just planning to avoid Cane, but Victor doesn't think that's a good idea. He thinks they should keep a closer eye. Kyle and Claire want to make a deal with Adam. Obviously, Kyle and Claire want to buy his apartment. Victor told Adam before, do not sell to them. And then Victor just told Adam the other day he better follow orders. And then Nick said pick a side. So we'll see. Chelsea is encouraging Adam to defy Victor. So maybe those crazy kids will get his apartment after all. Friday, August 8th, Young and the Restless, season 52, episode 214, has Phyllis irritating Billy. I'm sure as long as they're both working with Cane, they're going to be contentious. Unless, of course, they start shagging. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Not looking forward to Phyllis being shrill with Billy for the next few months. It sounds painful to my ear holes. We have got Phyllis, Billy, and Jack looking tense at Society next week, and it looks like they're going to be talking about Cane buying Jack out from Abbott.com. Chelsea also has to choose a side. It's going to be Billy or the Newmans, it looks like. And Victor makes a surprising deal, and I wonder if it's with Lily and Devon, or maybe even with Chelsea.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.